First and foremost, let me thank all those people who have been continuing watching OJ since the Made in America. I've gotten about 80 plus views for that. So basically, let's continue with those. Let's continue with that, please. Continuing on the theme of films that have not really been released related to the wide public or have made their way onto the internet. The second one of these is a film called Burning Bodhi, and it's directed by Matthew McDuffie. And so here's the thing: this film was shot in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in 2014. It went to a few festivals in 2015. I think one was the Austin Film Festival. Now in 2016, it's getting got a release. This film was in a grand total of 10 theaters, and it made a grand total of $3,289. So Dylan, played by Landon, Liboiron, I think his name is. He finds out through Facebook that his best friend since childhood, Bodhi, has died. So therefore, he decides to make the trek to New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, where again, that's where he grew up. And he's really reluctant to go because I guess he has a good paying job as a cartoonist in Chicago. I guess, apparently cartoonist is getting a good pay. I guess, I don't know. So again, he makes a trek to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Also, his friend Miguel, played by Eli Vargas, also is planning on going as well. There he meets up with Kathy, played by Kaley, Cuoco, and Ember, played by Cody Horn. And I guess they were all childhood friends, I guess, or high school friends. I don't really, the film never really makes that clear, but it's like Kathy has fallen on really hard times. Ember is still this sort of free spirit everyone really remembers her as. The reason why he wanted to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico in the first place is that he was having problems with his girlfriend. And again, when he comes home, it's basically, he was, as I reiterated, he's reluctant to return home because, he has problems with his parents from Virginia Madsen and Andrew Buckley. Again, he has, before Bodhi died, Dylan had unresolved issues with him. He still has unresolved issues with Kathy, and also unresolved issues with Ember, and also Ember was with Bodhi when he died, because Bodhi died of an aneurysm. Also, Ember wants to make something more out of his funeral or wake here, I guess, because she thinks funerals are such a drab event. She wants to really remember Bodhi for who he was. Although when they talk about Bodhi, he's like, okay, why are you friends with him? Let me start off by saying this. I think, the cast is relatively good. Landon Liboiron, you know him from Degrassi Next Generation. He was on a couple other shows that I think people have watched. Kaley Cuoco is, she makes an interesting turn here, as this character is really downtrodden. She really went through some shit, and it's like, again, it's a turn from what she saw on The Big Bang Theory, and it's like, hey, she can actually do something that's not bubbly. And Cody Horn, again, I've finally begun to really understand who Cody Horn could be as an actress, and, I think what she's doing here is, she's probably the most fleshed out person here besides Kaley Cuoco. She's probably the most fleshed out character here. And you really can't understand how all these people here are friends to begin with. You really get a sense of camaraderie, I guess. Now, here's the thing. I think this is Matthew McDuffie's first really full-length feature here. And here's the thing. I think the problem he makes here is he wants to say to you, okay, you could be friends with these people. Well, I don't really think I could exactly be friends with these people. I think they're people that I think I could hang out with once or twice, but I don't think I could actually be friends with them. I didn't like Liboiron. His character, again, it's like Matthew McDuffie has fleshed out the Kaley Cuoco character. He really fleshed out the Cody Horn character, but as I said, Landon Liboiron's character is like, he's more an invention on the script. I don't feel like, yes, there are plenty of people who are like that, paying characters who, again, we all go through stuff in growing up, but I feel like his growing up and his, journey during this film is like, okay, I feel like this is an invention of the script. I don't feel like he is fully realized or fully fleshed out in any way that seems believable. This film also has the very big problem of it's basically subplot central. It's like there's something with Dylan and his parents, again, played by Virginia Madsen, because her character left Dylan and his father for someone else, and now she's back with his father, and he hates it. He hates her for leaving, and now he hates her even more for coming back. Like, there's also an odd quadrangle romance with the dead Brody, Dylan, Ember, and Kathy, because I guess Ember slept with Bodhi. Kathy also slept with Bodhi while cheating on Dylan, and it's like, okay, it's like, okay, again, it's like, this guy seemed like a real man's man, or I don't. Also, you got Ember, who has sort of feelings for Kathy, and it's like, okay. There's also a very odd subplot Miguel, who is also going from Chicago to Albuquerque, who he's played with Eli Vargas. He picks up a pregnant teenage runaway named Aria, played by Sasha Peterse, and she's her from Pretty Little Liars, and it's like okay, on one scene he's helping her go to California. The next scene they're together, and it's like, what the hell happened between Chicago and New Mexico for them to get together? It's like, I have no clue. Like, also Dylan has problems with his girlfriend because she wants to know where they're going, and it's like, okay, I feel like saying to Dylan, man up. It's like, I get your friend has died, but it's like, Also, there's also another subplot involving Kathy, who happens to be, being a brown bunny to the local, drug dealer, and she parties with him all the time, and so it's like, you feel it's like Dylan wants to get her away from the drug dealer, which is like, this drug dealer is not really much of anything. He's not really scary. He's not really intimidating. Also, during the film, people's text, I guess McDuffie thought, okay, I'll show people's text up on the screen here, and maybe I'll make it inventive. He really doesn't do anything with that. It doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't go anywhere. Also, here's again, it's like they shot this in the summer of like 2004 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it's like, okay, I can help feel these people who are doing this. All their agents were saying, how would you like a free summer in Albuquerque, New Mexico? And I guess I'm thinking to myself, most of these people agree, hey, look, we're Breaking Bad shoots, hooray, there's also a Breaking Bad reference here. And it's like, well, they must have thought to themselves, hey, we'll just party in Albuquerque, New Mexico for several weeks. Oh, by the way, here's another thing. At some point also, like, I think Ember says, isn't it a rite of passage for one of your friends to die, like, I guess in your circle of friends to die first? And it's like, I don't think this is necessarily a rite of passage. Certainly it's a tragedy, yes, but I don't think it's a rite of passage. So, folks, in the end of this film, I have to say to myself, okay, yes, in both an impressive cast, there's some nice scenery here, but I just feel like McDuffie cannot distinguish himself for trying to make this something, worthwhile. It's like, I get millennials need their films to express themselves worthwhile, but in the end, I'm giving this rating. I'm giving this a Netflix rating, even though, yes, you can probably find this somewhere out here on the internet. So, folks, what did you think of Burning Bodhi? Have you even bothered to see it, or have you even bothered to check this film out, or go to the theater somewhere, probably in New York or Los Angeles? I don't know, that's probably where it's playing. So like, comment, subscribe, folks. Comment down in the box below, folks. And as always, folks, enrich yourself of knowledge, because you're going to be left in the dark, and you're probably going to be cremated somehow in that way. I'll see you all later, folks.